Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my August favorites, and August went by so fast, but I actually tried out a lot of different products, and so I have a lot of really exciting things to talk about. So if you guys want to see what I've been loving in the month of August, just keep watching. Also, can you tell I'm craving fall? Look how pretty this berry lip is. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's called Fig. Yeah, it's Fig from Smashbox. It's one of the little mini ones that I got. I actually have one of these to talk about in a little bit, but not that shade specifically. I haven't been wearing that one that much. Let's just hop right in. I'm not really doing this in any specific order. I just want to kind of talk about my favorite products. These might be, if you guys follow me on Instagram, which you should. If you don't, it's linked down below every single video. You might have seen that this was in my July favorites, but I didn't film a July favorites video, so I'm telling you guys on YouTube about it now. So it's the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizing Primer. Now, I have always kind of been afraid of this primer because I have kind of combo to oily skin sometimes. Lately it's been more dry, but I think it's because I moved and the water's a little different here. But this makes my makeup go on so smoothly. It doesn't look dry, it doesn't look cakey. I just never really realized how impactful a luminous base could really be and what a difference it could make. So I have not been able to put this down. I think I've been wearing it almost every single day, which is awesome because I wasn't really getting a lot of use out of it at first, but I am obsessed with this. If you guys have any luminizing drugstore primers that you really love, leave them for me in the comments down below so I can try them once I run out of this one. Next things I have to talk about are actually two foundations, and they're two products that are kind of rediscovered for me. I liked them when I first got them, but I wasn't really obsessed with them. I didn't really love how they wore on my skin, but now I cannot put them down. And those are the Covergirl, I believe it's called Matte Made Foundation, and the L'Oreal Pro Matte. The L'Oreal Pro Matte, I probably need to go buy a new one because this one's pretty old, but I love the staying power on this. I love how smooth and flawless it makes my skin look. This one's awesome. I wish they did have a little bit of a better shade range because in 2 months or so, I'm going to be even paler, if that's even possible. And this is going to be a little bit too dark for me. I'm going to have to bring it down my neck a little bit. But this has been such a great foundation for the summer. I can sweat in this and it does not budge. I feel like I've had a very similar experience with the Covergirl one. I did a first impression on my channel a couple months ago, I think. And I was like, yeah, this is a pretty good foundation, but I felt like the shade was super duper yellow on me. I don't know if it was just the lighting that I was in when I was looking at it that one day that I wore it, but I did the review on it. I think I wore it 2 or 3 more times, and then I just kind of put it down and I didn't pick it back up for probably a couple weeks. And in the past month and a half or so, I have been obsessed with this foundation. I love that it gives medium to buildable coverage, so you can build this up a little bit more if you do want some more coverage. I love that it's transferable. It doesn't transfer off your face. I've never had a foundation that does that, and I didn't realize how much it impacts the staying power, because this stays on my face really well throughout the day. And I just like that it looks really natural on the skin, but it still lasts a really long time and covers what I need it to. So I know I've raved about this in other videos, but I haven't quite specifically talked about it in a favorites video. And this is the e.l.f. Total Face Palette, it says on the back, but I think it's called Natural Glow Palette or something. It has really pretty mirrored packaging, which makes it hard for me to show you. It has the same great mirror that comes on all the other e.l.f. face palettes, and it comes with 4 colors, a bronzer, 2 blushes, and then a highlighter. And I am telling you, if you have fair to light skin, I'd say, I don't really see this suiting medium skin, this is the perfect face palette for you. Perfect. This bronzer, it's on the warmer side. I wouldn't really contour with it, but it does really warm up the face really nicely, just bring some life back to the face. I love these 2 peachy blushes. They're really similar. I kind of wish they would have thrown a different shade of blush in there, but I really do enjoy peachy blush, so I'm not really complaining, and I can switch it out with one of my other e.l.f. palettes. So I really do enjoy those blushes. And then this highlighter, I was kind of nervous to put this on when I got this palette because looking at it in the pan, I feel like it looks darker than my face, but once you put it on your face, it's kind of just a soft highlighter, and it's really more glow than anything else. But it can be built up and be really blinding if you do want that look, but if you do want more of a natural look, this palette has you too. I just think for $6 and you get a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter, you cannot beat that value. It's such a great product. My last face product that I've been really into is my little Benefit Hoola bronzer. I think I got this as a free sample or something at Ulta, and it's so tiny. It's so freaking cute. And I have really been kind of diving in with this bronzer. I wasn't really using it right at first because when I first got it, I think I was a little bit more fair again if that's possible. And I thought it was a little bit too dark for me. I think it might be just a tad dark for me, but I really love the formula and I really love the tone of it, so I keep using it. It blends out really nicely. It goes on really full pigment. It's just a really great bronzer. It doesn't smell like anything. I think just the blushes smell like something, like from Benefit. I've never had one of those either. I almost bought that little, like the little set where they had like the mini Hoola, mini Dandelion, mini California. There were a couple minis that they had. I think it was like 24 bucks, but I think I just decided that I don't really need it because I want to get through the face products that I have before I start buying more. So these next two products, I guess they count as face products. I do put them on my face, but they're two setting sprays. This one is from Makeup Revolution and it is the Sport Fix, and this is from Val Jean Labs. I think it's called Glow. I got it from TJ Maxx. I think it was like 8 bucks. I think this one was 6 or 7 bucks. But I have been using Allie Glines' 3-step set method and I have been obsessed with it. If you guys don't know what that is, I'll link the video down below. But basically what she does is she drenches her face with like a glowy setting spray like this one and then locks it in with more of a long wearing one. So you get that really nice like dewy, very skin-like appearance on your face, but then this locks your makeup in and keeps you looking not matte, but it doesn't let your oils come through as much throughout the day. I have never found a setting spray that really extends the wear of my makeup, but this has made such a difference and I'm so glad that I picked it up. And I really love how this one just kind of melts the powders down and melts everything into my skin and just really makes it look very natural, which is what I love. Right, now let's move on to eyes, and you guys know, you just knew this palette was going to be in here. It's the Colourpop The Zodiac palette. Now this was a collaboration with Kathleen Lights, which if you guys don't know who she is, how are you even watching me? And this is just such a stunning palette. I love it so much. I've been using it a lot for everyday looks and for some more colorful looks too. I think she did a really nice job with this palette. It's very versatile. I do have a first impression? No. I have a tutorial using this palette that I will link in the description box below if you guys are interested in that. I use this really gorgeous like periwinkle blue shade. And I created a really pretty halo eye with it, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I've been loving this palette. I've been using it constantly. I really love the shade The Leaper right here. It's so beautiful for every day. I just pack it all over my lid, blend it up a little bit into my crease, and I'm good to go. It's just, this is a really versatile palette, and when I first saw it, I didn't think it was going to be so versatile, but now that I've had time to really play with it and kind of get to know the palette, I think that the number of looks you can create with this is just endless. Next palette I want to rave about is definitely not for every day. I mean, you could make it work, or if you just like to wear really bright makeup every single day, this might be an everyday palette for you, but it is the Blush Tribe Blossom palette. Now, I've had this palette for a couple months. I'm kind of debating on doing like a summer haul video because I feel like I collectively bought makeup over the summer like bit by bit, and I still want to share it with you guys, so I think I am going to do that, but you're seeing some of these products in my favorites video, so I have had them for a little while. So here's what the palette looks like. It's just a beautiful matte rainbow palette, and I cannot get enough of this. You guys know I've been loving color lately. If you hop over to my Instagram, you're going to see a lot of colorful looks on my page, and I have been using this palette almost every single time I play with color. It just has everything you could like ever need in a matte color. I'm still looking for some shimmery colorful shades, some certain shades, so I think I'm going to get those in singles, but if you want a matte rainbow palette, this one's your girl. I'm thinking about doing a more in-depth review on this palette for you guys just because I just kind of glossed over it in this video. So if you guys want to see that, please let me know down in the comments because I know this isn't really like a new release palette. It's more of an older palette. So just let me know. Alright, so now I have 2 lippies to mention and then 2 honorable mentions. So the first lip product that I have not been able to stop wearing, I literally wear this like every single day, is the Jordana Twist and Shine, and this is their Balm Stain, and I have mine in the shade Honey Love. It's just a really nice, like, it's a little bit of a brighter pink when it's actually on my lips, but it's just a really pretty, like, everyday pink. It goes with pretty much any makeup look I put on, and I feel like even when I don't have anything on my eyes, it really, like, brings life to my face. It's just a life-bringing color. So I've really been loving this for every day, and then when I want more of just a cream lipstick, I've been really, like, boring and basic lately. I've been going in with this little Smashbox lipstick, and it's in the shade Audition. It's just, like, this really pretty, like, pinky mauve shade. I love it so much. I thought when I bought the collection, this one might be my least favorite, but It's right there. They look really similar. You know I have a type with lip colors, but I just really love the tone of this one, and I feel like, once again, it's very versatile, so I don't really have to think about how it's really gonna pair with the look. When I put it on, it's pretty much just gonna go with anything. Now we have the 2 honorable mentions, because I got these like the very last week of August / several days before August ended. So the first one, you guys know this one's coming too. If you've been on my Instagram or if you saw my last video, it's the Emily edit from Makeup Revolution. I am just like, I'm so excited for Emily for this collab. I feel like I haven't been this excited for a YouTuber for their collab in a really long time, and she's so deserving. She's so sweet and genuine, and she just like puts out the best videos. They're always really informative, and her ideas are really creative, which I do really appreciate. So here's the inside of this palette, if you guys haven't already seen it all over social media. It's beyond stunning. I love it so much. Like I said, I did do a first impression on it, so if you guys want to see that, I'll link it down below, and I'll make sure to put it in the cards too at some point in this video. But this is such an amazing palette. I'm so in love with it, and I think she just did an amazing job on this. And then my other honorable mention is also from Makeup Revolution. I honestly haven't tried that much from Makeup Revolution, but that palette kind of prompted me to try another of their eyeshadow palettes, and I saw this one at my Ulta the other day, and I could not resist. I have been looking for this palette for so long. It's the Makeup Revolution Reloaded palette in Velvet Rose. If you guys couldn't tell, this is a dupe for the Soft Glam palette. Now, I have been drooling over the Soft Glam palette for literally months, but I do not need to spend $42 on another neutral eyeshadow palette. I have so many neutral palettes, and don't get me wrong, I love neutrals. I know I would use it non-stop, but I can't justify that price. So for $7, I can justify getting another neutral palette, and this one has performed so beautifully. I used this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, I think. Yeah, but I have really been enjoying this one, and I'm just really excited to try more from Makeup Revolution. I haven't overlooked them as a brand. There just hasn't been anything that they've launched lately that's really grabbed my attention too much. So I think that actually completes this month's favorites. I actually want to throw in a super duper quick like life favorite, because I'm obsessed with this podcast so much. I've been listening to it non-stop. I'm trying to find it on my phone so I can at least show you like the cover page of it. It's called The Bright Sessions. It's about this therapist, and she like does therapy with these people who have like powers. I'm addicted to it so much. You guys have no idea. So here's the podcast. It's called The Bright Sessions. You can kind of see the little screen graphic there. And it is just it's interesting. The story is so well written. The first couple episodes might be kind of confusing, but if you just stick with it for a couple more episodes, you guys will be hooked just like me. So I listen to podcasts on Spotify. I know you can listen to them through iTunes or like Apple Podcasts or something, but Spotify is my place where I like to listen to them. And if you guys have any other podcasts that you listen to, let me know down in the comments below, because I love podcasts. It's like my new obsession. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your favorites in the comments below as well. I know I've told you to comment about 30 things, but I love talking to you guys. I love interacting with you. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you see more videos from me. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.